Hi everybody, my name is David Bocock with Hometown Heating and Cooling, otherwise known as heatcool911.com. I wanted to make a quick video for you. Thank you first for coming to check out the site. And I wanted to explain how you might want to go about using it in order to save yourself hundreds of dollars on repair bills. I got this idea that I wanted to do this because right now it is the worst time probably in the history of heating and air conditioning to be a customer and have a unit that is broken down and possibly needs replacing. The government is phasing out the current refrigerant, Freon R22, replacing it with a new refrigerant that's more friendly to the environment. And we're phasing out one type of unit, bringing in another, and both of them at this point are very expensive. A lot of people can no longer get the financing they need in order to replace their units, so they're opting for repairs. And a lot of the companies out there realize this, so the repair business right now is flourishing, and most companies will drastically inflate the cost of the part that they're going to put on your unit. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to list every single part that I can think of that are in all my books that I've always come across, and I'm going to list them on my website, and it's going to have the exact price that I pay and that every other company pays for that price when they buy it. This will allow you, if you're not using my company, that's fine. If you have a long time other company or you've called somebody else and they tell you that you need, for instance, a condensing fan motor, you can log on to heatcool911.com, type that into the search bar there or find it down the right hand side, click on it, and it's going to take you to a page and it's going to tell you how much a condenser fan motor actually costs. And it's going to also have a little video that you can just watch in a couple minutes, and it's going to explain what a condenser fan motor does, how long it takes to repair it, and what your actual price should be. And then that's going to arm you with the knowledge that you need to make sure you don't get taken advantage of. Most people charge $200 or $300 more for a fan motor than I do. And that's not because I'm slashing my prices. I'm charging fair prices. It's other people that are inflating their prices by 400%, 500%, 1,000%. And here's a perfect example that you're probably very familiar with, is Freon. A lot of people have air conditioning systems, and every year or two they may need a pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds of Freon. Now Freon should never leak out. It doesn't get used up, but as the equipment gets older you start to develop small leaks, and a lot of customers opt to go ahead and just put a pound or two of Freon in instead of an expensive repair or replacing their unit. So a lot of people, when I talk about air conditioning, most people understand Freon. They know what that is. So for instance, if you turned your air conditioning on, it wasn't working properly, and you figured it was probably Freon because the last 2 or 3 years you've had to call somebody out to put a pound or two in, and you call around and you get prices on Freon. Now, I can pick up a jug of Freon, which is a 30 pounds, that's 30 pounds of Freon in it, anywhere from $120 to $160 depending on if I buy it in bulk or where I purchase it from, but right around that mark. Okay. Now I called 100 different companies at the beginning of the summer to get an average of what people are charging per pound, and the average is between $60 and $80 a pound for Freon. Some of them are charging $100 to $200 a pound. It's really, really ridiculous. So let's just say that you agreed to pay somebody for $80 a pound. Right now, if I have a jug of Freon that has 30 pounds in it, and I charge my customers $80 for each one of those pounds, I've just made, what is that, $2,400 off of a $160 jug of Freon. Okay, is that fair? That is, and that's across the board on almost every part. A $20 part, you're paying almost $180. It just happens day in and day out. Now I've been in business for 8 years. I've run 2 of the largest companies in Hampton Roads, and I've seen this. Okay, I'm very familiar with it. I know how it works, and today is in this economy is the very worst time that you could need a repair on your system because you will pay premium prices for it. So I wanted to put this site together for you. Of course, I want to win more customers. I don't need to make a ton of money. I've got a very streamlined business. I don't have thousands of dollars a month in overhead that I pass on to my customers. I run a very efficient system. I'm licensed, you don't have to worry about that, insured, and I have actually taught heating and air, trained a lot of the people in this area, as a matter of fact. So I do know what I'm doing it, and I do it better than most. Now, a lot of people are going to be very upset that I've put this site up and given away prices, and the fact that there is going to be so much outrage to this tells you that they have something to hide, that you're being taken advantage of. So, like I said, I would love for you just to call me, and we can come up with a price that we can both be comfortable with. Or if you have another company you've been in business with a long time, they've done repairs, why not pull out a couple of those receipts and compare that part, whatever they charge you. Just like if you had to replace a contactor or something, you go on, click on the contactor, you go right to a page, and it'll tell you what the exact part cost, the time it takes to put it in, and what the actual job should have cost you. Okay. Plus, it gives you a little education on what a contactor does and some other cool little things and tips. And then I think you'll see that you've been paying premium prices, and they're only going to go up with the way that things are now. So anyway, just wanted to throw this out to you. Thank you so much for spending just a few minutes with me. Enjoy the site. There's a lot of stuff here. Use it to your advantage. If a customer gives you a quote, if another company gives you a quote, please just say, hold on, I need 2 minutes. Log on to heatcool911.com and just look that part up and see what the price actually is. And then you go back and tell them. Say, why, for a part that costs $60, am I paying $500 when it only takes you an hour or less to put this whole thing in? Plus, you're paying a service call. So please, this is going to save you hundreds of dollars now and in the future. Okay, so thank you. David Bocock is my name. Hometown Heating and Cooling. Heatcool911.com. Would love for you to give me a call. The number's right there on the website. And you have a great day. Thank you. Take care.